Hi, I'm Brennan Sim with EB5 United. We're in New York City checking out the 9 Orchard Hotel, which has now been open since June of 2022. Today we'll meet with project manager Stephen Carter from DLJ Real Estate Capital Partners, as well as take a quick tour around the building. Come take a look. I'm joined today by Stephen Carter of DLJ Real Estate Capital Partners. We're here today at the 9 Orchard Hotel in New York City. Stephen, thank you for joining us today. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about the hotel, and since it's opening in June of 2022. How have things been progressing around this area over the last 6 months?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Brendan. I appreciate it. I think we're very, happy with, number one, just the press we've received. We've received a lot of unsolicited, very positive press, throughout different industries, from food to fashion to name it to design. So that's been, really lovely and to receive. So we're appreciative of it. We're doing relatively well. We're on plan, if you will, with respect to kind of the hotel ramping up. On the guest room side, our rates better than we anticipated, which is a pleasant surprise. I think we originally, projected, if you remember, something around, $500 average rate, for the first calendar year. Just last year, so roughly, 6+ months, I think we averaged somewhere around $675, so that's nice. I think we were fairly conservative with occupancy projections going forward. I think we had something like a 15 or 18 month ramp up period, which I think is pretty reasonable in terms of the time that it takes to get the word out to the targeted demographic that we're trying to reach, at that kind of rate level. So, we're doing nicely. We're very happy with it. I think we still have a long way to go, but thus far, I think we're happy with where we are.
All right. Well, and I've noticed that there is a very targeted market here at 9 Orchard. It's a very luxurious hotel with kind of a specific dynamic of the people that are coming through. Could you maybe expand on that a little bit and what you're looking for, and maybe some of the event, the changes in the events that you're working on?
Yeah, sure. I mean, our ambition was to kind of compete with some of the higher end luxury boutique hotel products in downtown Manhattan. So the likes of the Greenwich or the Crosby or the Mercer. So I think we're doing that relatively well. We're attracting a similar demographic, certainly someone that comes from a relatively wealthy background that can afford the rates that we're looking to charge. I think maybe the difference which is our design is to attract the more creative demographics among that set. So from fashion to music, to architectural design, kind of type of firms and people, and that we're doing. I think what maybe we're doing better than we had hoped is maybe attracting, pulling from not just New York City, not just the United States, but globally, and that's a nice surprise to kind of see.
Very nice. And I will say, from the couple times that I have visited 9 Orchard since the opening, I've really noticed a lot of activity in the restaurants. Could you maybe talk about the Swan Room and the Corner Bar and what those are all about?
Yeah, I mean, the Corner Bar, that concept that our food and beverage partner came up with is a very traditional, French bistro style, dining experience. It's doing really well. We have a good book of business. It's relatively, difficult to get in. You have to book, well in advance. So that's lovely to see. It's a relatively high average check. So for us, economically, I think, that's nice. The Swan Room, is in the original bank lobby that we restored. It's a very high-end cocktail bar experience, starting at 5 o'clock on, depending on the evening, and before 5 o'clock, it's really for the hotel guests, to sit, and we have coffee and tea service throughout the day,
Okay.
and light pastries in the morning.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful room.
Thank you.
And this room is beautiful as well. We're here on the second floor of 9 Orchard, which is a little private event space, and it's all of it, the furniture, everything is just done extremely well.
Yeah, and I think that's just a good result of our managing partner Andy Rifkin and his vision and his design for the whole project. I think his vision was always that it feel more residential than commercial, which I think certainly we've achieved. Beyond I think anyone's expectations. That it feel comfortable yet elevated. That's a very difficult balance to achieve, and I think he and his design team have just crushed it. And so I think that's why we're seeing some of the press and some of the accolades that we're getting from clientele. People who just enjoy staying there.
Yeah.
They find it comfortable. They find the staff is amazing. I think we're very lucky to have the staff that we have. It's very difficult to find good people in hospitality, from hotels to food and beverage, in this job environment, post-COVID. So, all in all, we're happy.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'll say for myself, from my involvement in the project since early 2018, it's been very fun to see this come to fruition, going through the design stage when you guys were taking everything out of here and then redesigning everything, putting it all back together. It's been a fun experience, so I really appreciate your guys' hospitality having us up here, and I really want to thank you for your time today, and best of luck in the future with
Well,
Nine
thank
Orchard.
you. You're always welcome to run in. You and your colleagues. It's been lovely to have you guys involved in the project. It's been instrumental to being able to effectuate its, the result that we're achieving today.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.